He's been tricking the boxing game too long. Well, who's tricking the boxing game now? Keyshawn Davis egregiously misses weight by 4 pounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pounds. Keyshawn has missed weight ahead of his upcoming fight with Edwin de los Santos. 4.3 pounds. Keyshawn has been stripped of his title as a result. This cannot be good. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Keyshawn Davis hit the scale, missed weight by 4.3 pounds. So he was a WBO champion, but I didn't want to see you strip. He just got stripped for failure to comply with the rule set ahead of the Edwin de los Santos fight. They asked him about it. They're like, yo, what happened? Blah, blah, blah. And this is what he said.
Talk to you and hear from you. 4 pounds over the weight limit. Are you going to give it a go? Are you going to try?
Nah, I outgrew the weight. I've been making this weight for over 4 years now. I just outgrew the weight. I tried. You know, I was up late last night trying to make it. Woke up early this morning trying to make the weight. I just outgrew the weight, man. I was feeling it last time I was fighting Baranchik. Thank God that I made it. Yeah, I don't know how I felt making it, but hey, it is what it is.
All right, so you're not going to give it a go. Therefore, the title tomorrow night only on the line for Edwin de los Santos. With that said, I presume you're still going to go in there and try to put on a show for all your fans that are going to come out and see you tomorrow night at the Scope Arena.
I mean, for sure. That's what the businessman DB3 do. Like, we going to put it in the show, you know what I'm saying? Prayerfully, you know, everything still go through as planned. But I'm pretty sure he'll still take the fight. And, you know, the show must go on.
Yeah, you were on this very same position the last time we were here in November. Now you're on the other end. So safe to say this will be your last fight at 135 pounds?
I mean, I was 4 pounds over. Bro was like 7 pounds over. That's like damn near 10, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't reach the next weight class, you know what I'm saying? So the show still is going to go on for sure. But, you know, we just got to handle business.
Up to 140 after this, or are you still going to try 135?
Well, honestly, I was going to 140 after this anyways, honestly. So it was like, hey, whatever, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
What can the fans expect for you tomorrow night? They're sitting back there. They've been waiting for you to get on the scale. They'll be in the building tomorrow night. What would you like to tell them?
Expect the same thing. The businessman knocking people out. And De Los Santos, he's next.
All right, thank you, Keyshawn. Everybody's out.
Wow. I mean, this looked like a setup. I ain't gonna front. It was bad enough. Remember what I said. I am the boxing scholar of this boxing game, bro. Stop playing with me. Remember what I said. Remember, I said on paper, this is a good fight. But the thing I am worried about is the mere fact that Edwin de los Santos is on a like 18-month layoff. He has not fought since he faced Shakur Stevenson, right? So for anybody, that's a lot of time to be out the ring. In my opinion, you know, to be out the ring for over a year. Adding insult to injury, there's the fact that he's not only was he out the ring, he was dealing with a very serious medical condition. He had a blood clot, from what I understand. He had a blood clot, so as a result, you know, he almost lost his life from that incident. Now, on top of it, the man, Edwin de los Santos, made weight, and you have Keyshawn Davis saying he's not even doing the second attempt. He's not going to try to make weight. Allegedly, he said, I stayed up all night trying to make weight. But when you miss weight by 4 pounds, it's very hard to say you really tried to make the weight. So this fight, I already had, and I said this way before Keyshawn missed weight. I already had been a bit skeptical because Top Rank does this, where they'll get a guy with the name, so it looks good, but then when you take a look under the hood, you get to see some of the different variables. Long layoff, a guy, because Edwin de los Santos, I've seen him in his offseason. he put on a lot of weight like in his off season. So he got to shred down and lose a lot of weight. In fact, this is Edwin De Los Santos today. And he looked drained, like his eyes popping out his head. So he looked a bit drained, in my opinion, right? So his walk around weight's high. You've been out the ring, reaction time, things like that. Then you have a non-compliant Keyshawn who's not even trying to make weight. He just told you that. He's not even going to try, not even going to attempt, allegedly try. And he said, I'm moving to 140 regardless of this fight if I miss weight or make weight. You know, this is very unprofessional. It is disappointing. Teofimo, or actually not Teofimo, Keyshawn, it didn't even look like he tried, bro. And this is a hometown fight for you. So you're supposed to put on a show with your hometown fight and make it a real show. Even if regardless of if you want to move up after the fact or not, the reality is make weight. You know what I mean? It's not that hard. Make weight, and then you can do whatever you want and move up, but you still have an obligation to be professional. Boxing reporter Dan Rayfield said he talked to Bob Arum. Keyshawn is 4.3 pounds overweight, which I went over, and he was not happy. You can tell if a guy is trying to make weight and just can't. You can see that he's dehydrated. That was not the case with Keyshawn. He never really tried to make 135 pounds. That's my view of what happened. So he's saying, Bob Arum, the promoter of Keyshawn, is saying exactly what I thought. So it looks like the fight is going to go ahead, but to me, this hurts the fight. And De Los Santos team is fighting for a same-day weigh-in where Keyshawn can't exceed 10 pounds. And if he does, then there's going to be another financial penalty. He already can't win the title, Keyshawn, and he's already being penalized. So this hurts the fight dramatically. Very unprofessional from Keyshawn Davis. And I keep telling you, Gervonta Davis is that dude because he's getting real life knockouts, really hurting guys, you know, and he's doing it at his natural size, which to me is always going to be more impressive than a lot of these other dudes or these hulking sizes, and they're doing whatever they're doing to drastically drop weight and cut weight in a short period of time. And that's why they're struggling. And I told you, I seen it in Keyshawn's last fight. He started looking big. And to be honest, it looked like this was by design. This looked like a setup. You know, Edwin De Los Santos got power, and you found a way to weaken him while, you know, Ryan Garcia, the same business. So Ryan Garcia missed weight by over 4 pounds. Devin had to deal with it. They renegotiate, and then, you know, it is what it is. But this looked bad for Keyshawn because he's a talker. You talked about knocking the man out. You pushed him, and you can't even make weight. You don't even look like you tried to make weight. This looked very strategic. Like, I'm moving up to 140. I don't care about this title. I'd rather lose the title, come in comfortable, while this man has to suffer and miss the weight. You know what I mean? And I'll just deal with the backlash. That's what it looks like. Poor showing from Keyshawn.